Utility bills have gone way up. Some states are even charging sales tax and adding additional adjustments to bills. We have to wind up paying them to keep on living. Check out these eye-opening clips showing real people with unreal utility bills. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.
I want to know, is anybody else's electric bill this much for 2 months worth?
Every month, I pay my utilities to a zero balance, and I need to know why my bill is $300 and something when I'm out the house 20 hours a day because I'm working. This is some bullshit.
My electric bill is $900. Not 90, like 90. No, my electric bill is $900. Are y'all cool? Y'all want people to start boycotting y'all for real. Everybody stop paying their bills right now. It's Black History Month and y'all playing in people's faces. We're not paying shit.
I just need someone to explain something to me. I live in Alabama, and my utility bill usually averages between $200 to $250 a month. Can someone please explain to me how my utility bill went from $250 a month to $696 this month? Could someone just please explain that to me? I know it was cold last month, but $696? Explain!
Good morning. So we got our Ameren bill today. I knew it was going to be high because of what I had seen all over the internet, basically here on TikTok, Facebook, wherever. But nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. We are basically being charged what they would charge us in 3 months for just 1 month. And that's absolutely crazy to me. I do know that rates go up in the summer, they always have. And the air conditioner has been running a bit more. It's been warm here in Illinois. We had a solid 2, maybe 3 weeks where the temperature was well above 90. Some days the heat index felt like 110. So of course the air conditioner is going to be running more. And it doesn't help that Ameren decided to take us off of our budget bill program without even notifying us that they did that. The only reason I found out was because I logged in and poof, we weren't part of that program anymore. So it's really quite frustrating when I was part of a program that was supposed to help with the budget. You know, your bill is the same every month, and then they just removed me from it for no reason. So now we're expected to pay this massive, huge bill that is the same amount that we would pay in 3 months in 1 month. And I know people are worse off than us with their bills. I know that several people, what they have told me, it's been a couple $100 more than what ours is, but that doesn't make it okay either. That's terrible. I don't even know what to think about it. So yeah, happy Monday to us. Bye.
My ComEd and my People's Gas bill this month is $612. Don't know if it's just Chicago or nationwide, but now ComEd, People's Gas, me and you have problems. Why are you billing me for a $10,000 penthouse? My first apartment, that rent was $1,025. Wait 1 second. My utility bill for a 900 square foot apartment is almost what my first apartment rent was. What are we doing? Do I live nice? Yeah. Why am I getting billed for a 7,000 square foot of $600 in utilities? What are we even talking about? The funny thing about this whole life shit is just like, everything just continues to cost more. I've probably said this in 50 of my videos. How can everything just continue to go up? ComEd, People's Gas, you will be hearing from me. Just not, you know what?
I had to turn on all the lights in the kitchen because it is so dark here. Ever since we tinted the back windows, and I can't wait to see how it affects my bill, because $800 a month is ridiculous.
So isn't it interesting that I have a $1,080 electric bill at my house? Okay, it's pretty interesting, right? And to make matters worse, in Tampa, Florida, I got a $370.57 water bill in the same month. Huh, interesting, right?
So here's what I think happened. They put this digital meter on here and fired the guy who used to come around and read the meter. So on his last read, just to get revenge on everybody, I'm not sure, he went ahead and just went full retard on my bill. So if I don't pay this, my power is going to get cut off. So, I mean, what are we doing? And to make matters even worse, so this is my water meter. And as you can see, there's no leak in this house because that little triangle is not spinning. And I actually called the water company and the girl said, oh, there's got to be a leak in your house because the water bill is, $370. And I'm like, if there was, the triangle would be spinning. She goes, oh no, sir, there's something wrong. I said, listen, I'm a contractor. There's nothing wrong with the house. So come to find out, Tampa is redoing these meters and they're firing all of the meter guys who reads these meters as well. So it looks like the guys who read these meters are also getting revenge on the homeowners. They're out of control. Once everything is digitized, they can just say whatever they want your bill is, and there's no proof, there's no way to fight it, and if you don't pay it, they'll shut the shit off.
Hi everybody, happy Thursday. I have a bone to pick with Tico. My electric bill came in today. $775. My house is less than 1,200 square feet. It's actually, yeah, it is. It's less than 1,200. I think it's 1,187 square feet. Yeah. $775. I keep my house at 78 degrees. 78 degrees. And it's going to be $775? That's actually crazy. So, if you haven't gotten your, electric bill yet and you live in Tampa, good luck. Good luck. Yeah.
What's up, America? Utility bill outrage in Indiana. So I want to talk about a company called CenterPoint Energy here in the state of Indiana and how they're people on energy cost. Same with AES. They're doing the same thing that these doing, and they're basically just gouging their customers. So first of all, down in southern Indiana, CenterPoint Energy has increased their costs 20%, but people are getting bills showing more than double the cost. AES Energy has done something similar here in Indianapolis, but they're slow walking the cost increase over a year and a half or so. But CenterPoint Energy is doing something fascinating where they're just lying to people totally, saying that they're just itemizing differently on a bill, and that's why it's showing you have to pay double. On top of that, CenterPoint Energy, as well as AES and other services in Indiana, are now taxing services, taxing utility bills. Now, in most states nationwide, nobody is allowed to do that. As a matter of fact, some states have laws saying you can't tax utility services. Indiana had a law like that, but they repealed it in 2022 so they could tax utilities. So let's take a look at what the bags are doing to gouge the customers in Indiana. And in my opinion, we need a federal investigation of utility companies nationwide for these bullshit practices. So here's a bill that was shared with the news, and as you can see, it says adjustments in state sales taxes. State sales taxes on utilities were illegal until 2022 when that law was repealed. Now they're charging sales taxes for your bill. On top of that, we see adjustments, and the reasons for these adjustments is absolutely ridiculous given by the CEO of the company, CenterPoint Energy.
Florida residents, your electric bill could soon explode. Florida Power and Light is pushing for a nearly $10 billion rate hike. That would be the biggest utility increase in U.S. history, and they're not the only ones. That's up to $360 more a year just to keep your lights on. They say it's for clean energy, massive increases in the cost of materials, and hurricane cleanup. Critics are just calling it just plain corporate greed. Share this, comment, let the Public Service Commission know that we can't take that kind of hit financially.
Georgia Power, Georgia Power. Does anybody else's state just have a garbage power company like we do here in Georgia with Georgia Power? I mean, there's absolutely no reason your power bill should be doubled from the winter to the summer if you use almost the exact same amount of electricity. Y'all's power rates in the summer are so crazy, and you set your kilowatt usage so low that nobody can avoid it. There's no possible way to avoid it. What kind of racket are y'all running? We live in a barndominium with 16 inches of wall insulation. No, we don't have the newest AC unit, but once we set it to temp and it gets there, it pretty much stays there. It's not cutting on and off to keep it at temp. We don't leave doors open all day, run a bunch of fans and a bunch of lights, but my power bill is double in the summer? Explain it to me. I'll wait. Does anybody else's state have that? Does anybody else's state in the United States have just a garbage power company like Georgia Power? And there's videos all over of people having the same problem with this company. You suck.
What is your current electric bill looking like right now? Because I just got a bill for $812. Yay. For 1 month. $812. And I'm trying to be quiet because my baby girl is sleeping. But $812 in Lena City Electric? I'm about to crash out. This is crazy. I knew it was going to be a little high for the summer because the kids are home and the AC is running. But damn, your prices don't got to be this high. I'm ready to tell the kids, turn all this shit off. But I can't, right? So y'all take advantage because y'all know we need this AC. Y'all take advantage because you know we need the lights on. So it's like, you just like, pay, bitch. No, y'all lucky y'all ain't gonna even get half of that shit.
I want to know how people are surviving. Because if your electric bill looks anything like mine or close to it, I mean, mind you, I have a 2-family home, but it has 3 floors. My tenant does pay her own utilities. I am in charge of my floor and the basement, you can say. And this is what it came out to. It's usually like $400. You know, in the summer, it could probably be like $500 because of the central air. And I do have a pool. But this is crazy. I don't know how people are going to survive this. I live in New Jersey. I know that it's in other states also. But I live in a very... And it's not even the best town. I live in an expensive town. Rents here are astronomical. They're just insane. And being able to pay your rent and then you have to pay a bill that's this high, or even let's say in the 500s. How are people even doing it? How are people surviving? I just don't get how.
So I live in Arizona and it's almost 120 degrees outside. And I just got my electrical bill, which is almost $500 for the summer. I mean, which is fair because you need your AC to run 24/7 just to keep the house cool, right? And right after the electrical bill email, I got a second email from APS, which is the power company for the state, majority of the city. It says, well, if I set up my thermostat 2 degrees higher, I'll be able to save $150 a year. Yes, $150 a year, okay? How about you just drop the price? 2 degrees higher. Now, my house is at 78, so if I dial it up to 80 degrees, I'll be able to save $150 a year. That's like $12 a month. Yeah, how about you just drop the price, you greedy bastard.
My electric bill is $314.89. See, if you don't believe me, $314.89. That's crazy. Is anybody else's electric bill that high? This is the highest one we've had this year. And I remember in the summers when it used to be $150 and I thought that was crazy high. Now it's $314. Why? Why is it so expensive? We do live in Kentucky, so it does get really, really hot here. But like I said, our bills have never been over $300 like they are now. We leave our air conditioning on 73 pretty much 24/7. So I don't think that's super, super low or anything. We don't have like a pool or a hot tub, although I would love a hot tub. We don't have anything like that we run. We just have a regular house. It is 2 stories, so we do have 2 units, air conditioning units. But, you know, our house is only 2,400 square feet about. $314.89. To me, that is way too expensive. How much was your electric bill this month, if you don't mind sharing?
So it seemed like a lot of you could relate to my electric bill video, so I thought I would open up another can of worms. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, go back a few videos, you'll see my video about the electric bills. So what do you guys pay for your water utility each month? Ours includes the water, sewer, and then the trash picked up, which is contracted out. And we pay roughly $200 a month, give or take, depending on the month, but let's say an average $200 a month. This is for a family of 4. We do not have a pool. We do not do laundry every day. I don't let the water run. We don't have sprinklers, nothing. We don't have a leak. We've checked. So $200 a month, family of 4. Just seems a bit excessive. So when we bought our home, and granted, this is 17 years ago, so I know things increase, things change, but we were on bi-monthly billing. And I want to say for 2 months of our water utility, it was, let's say, an average of $70. It was usually between $60 and $80, but $70 for 2 months. And now we pay $200 for 1 month. So they did some upgrades to the water and sewer system a few years back. And when they did that, they did send a letter out saying that the rates were going to increase and they were switching to monthly billing. But I don't think any of us knew like what those increases were going to look like, because these were necessary upgrades that needed to be done. Supposedly they were supposed to be done back in the 80s, I want to say, but they were never completed. When this first happened, our bill was roughly $150 per month. So I mean, that's still like double what we were paying, and it has slowly increased over the years. Now we're sitting at $200 a month.
Okay, for anyone in Utah County, I gotta know, how was your electric bill this last month? Ours was $900. I compared it to last year's electric bill at this time. We used more electricity this time last summer, but our electricity bill was way less. Make it make sense. I am genuinely wondering how people are doing it and surviving. Truly. And we've actually been so conservative this summer, like we are not using our AC nearly as much as we used to. We use energy-saving appliances, our lights are LED. What the heck?
Arkansas utility rates are about to go way up, and it's to pay for infrastructure projects in Texas? What? Let me tell you how we got here, okay? The Southwestern Electric Power Company, called SWEPCO, is requesting a rate increase to collect $80 million for a $136 million project. That's the total cost of the project. So that represents an average 27% increase on most utility bills. That's the kicker. They're asking us in Arkansas to pay for 60% of this project. It's being built in Texas. Arkansas residents only make up 23% of their customer base. This is their service area. Do you really think Arkansans benefit from this the most? Why are we paying for 60%? Look, make no mistake, rate increases like this are not limited to Northwest Arkansas. Energy's doing the exact same thing. They're asking for a rate increase to build a new natural gas power plant in Jefferson County near Pine Bluff. At least that one is being built in Arkansas, so the generating jobs piece might actually happen a little bit. Like there will be jobs related to infrastructure that come up with building a plant like that. But the reality is that these infrastructure upgrades are needed because there are so many data centers coming into Arkansas. And these data centers end up hiring very few people, and they take a massive toll on the local energy infrastructure, especially the water and electric utilities. And we'll be paying for it.
Excuse the mowing sound that's going on outside, but I gotta question everybody. Is anybody else's electric bill running super high all of a sudden? Because I just checked my electric bill, and it's a lot higher than I've ever paid since living here, and I've been here for about 5 years. Now, typically, my bill usually run about $97, $94 every month. It's nothing to pay it. But I checked it this month, last month, it was $126, and I was like, about $30 higher. Okay, well, maybe I left something on. I don't know. So I specifically made a mental note of that. And so before going to work, I shut everything off in this house. I mean, not even a phone charger plugged into the wall. Nothing is on in this house. Now, mind you, I work 13 hours a day. Every day. So that means I'm never here. But I just checked my electric bill, the new bill that just came out, and now it's $147. How is it that my damn electric is getting higher? Now I'm gonna go ahead and pay it, but I still need to know why it's just climbing every single month. For what? I'm not here. Don't it go off? Ain't it based off of usage, right? Ain't it based off of how much you use? That's how much you pay. And I know they said that there was an small increase in everybody. It shouldn't keep going up the less you use. That don't make any sense. So I want to know, is anybody else's bill out there running super high? Comment below.
New Jersey is such a scam, and it is pushing people out of their homes, and it is so irritating. Not only are the home prices skyrocketing, taxes are unbearable, but now they whack you with these incredible, unrealistic electric bill costs, and we're going to talk about it. I just got our electric bill from Atlantic City Electric. That is who is our electric company, and it was $985. That's not the best part. The best part is we moved out of our house August 4th. So we didn't even live there. We still own the home, but we've moved out because we're anticipating a closing. So we don't even live in that house. The air has been on set to 80. There's nothing plugged in. There's no Comcast. There is no Wi-Fi. There is literally nothing plugged in, but our bill still says $985. Oh, that's not even the best part. We have solar. So our whole roof has solar all over it. It is a big home. So we had the solar, whatever. And not only were we paying the solar a month, we're paying $985 for electric bill in a house we don't even live in. Are you kidding me?
So just got our most recent electric bill, and it is the highest our electric bill has ever been in the, how long have we lived here? 4.5 years. Our bill has never broken $200, even on the hottest days, never $200. Our bill was $232 and some change. And we had the same amount of usage as last year, maybe slightly more, but our price per kilowatt hour went from 6 cents to 10 cents. So it was a significant change. So that really sucks because I only budgeted $150. So I'll be taking money from our spending money to cover the electric bill.
So I just got my electric bill, and I thought since so many people send me their electric bills, I would share mine with you. $566.95. And I've been telling y'all for a long time, these bills are about to go through the roof, and now I'm seeing it here in my house. Now on my bill, they show you your average daily cost and temperature changes, year over year. My average daily cost was $18.92.
Expect your electricity bill to increase by at least $15 if you live in Houston. CenterPoint Energy just decided to up the price, and now we all have to deal with it. Worst case scenario, everybody's electricity bill in Houston will be $220 more than it is now by 2030, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen. There are so many people that want to move to Houston, and I still think that Houston is a good place to move to, but now you just have to move smarter. You want to move into buildings that were built in 2018 or newer. Newer builds don't typically tend to consume as much electricity and as much energy because of the infrastructure of them. Older builds, your electricity is going to be higher.